The Keyrights gallery is in here. Let's head inside.
Да подожди еще. Спешит-то. Что, перерус? Ага, повод. Печалька.
Well, this is upsetting. Jeffer's bones. The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. Must have cracked this sky shard. Without a functioning sky shard, this gate remains locked, and there's no way for us to proceed. Damn! Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory, no, there's nothing for it. We need to find a replacement. I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another option, but given the circumstances, I think we have to risk it. Of course. Let's not tarry too long, though. It's a monstrous sentinel called a gargoyle. I've never seen one fight, but by all accounts, they are far more powerful than the giant clusters of meteoric glass. They fall from Aetherius, charged with raw and very potent magicka. Mages use sky shards in all kinds of rituals and experiments. Do you see that vault to the south? The sky shard is there. There it is! The sky shard! Roll to the side! Dodge quickly! To the side! Did you just absorb the energy of that shard? Incredible. Not quite what I intended, but we can work with this. Let's head back to the gate. I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these portals waits just... Again, I'm just a scholar. But I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before. Keep moving. Strike... There it is! Send it back to oblivion!
Wither and die! Only I will remain.
Что? Нет.
You cannot kill what cannot die. Only I will.
Вот так.
You did it! Hopefully the gallery wasn't too badly damaged. Follow me! By all the stars. Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this. Let's get a closer look.
Ну, давай посмотрим. На колонну.
This is the Keywright's gallery, but not as I remember it. Now I see why we never managed to unlock the gates. Their power comes from this arcane helix. Amazing. With the helix exposed, these gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you, I suppose, is where to first? Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The Keywright's gallery has come to life, and I find because of you, matters in Tamriel are bleak. War rages in Cyrodiil. Daedric princes conspire. Dragons ride. The Keywright's gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel. Places I suspect that desperately need a hero's aid. This choice is yours to make, but wherever you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you. So, have you chosen where to go? What region of the world strikes your fancy? Not everyone gets to pass instantly from one side of Tamriel to another, you know. This is quite a gift. What, me? No, I've got work to do. The Cinderil will want every bit of this place searched and studied. Since I did the discovering, I'll probably end up leading the effort. Adventure abroad sounds all well and good, but my place is here. Well, fate's sort of a clumsy way to put it. No offense. Honestly, we may never know why you were chosen, but I believe there was intention here. Something, whether it be the stars, the gallery, or the tower itself. Perhaps it followed you to prevent you from reaching your, well, destiny sounds a bit too grandiose. Let's just say to stop you from reaching your potential. Then again, maybe the power of this place brought you... Probably not. But what's a life without unanswered questions, right? Boring if you ask. Ha! An elf can hope. Answering that question will probably keep me occupied for the next 100 years. Is the helix connected to the adamantine tower? How does it perceive distant corners of Tamriel? I may never... It is a bit overwhelming, isn't it? The whole of Tamriel is stretched out before you. We could start with the political considerations. 3 great alliances vie for control of Cyrodiil. Does the fate of the Pact, Covenant, or Dominion interest you? Excellent. You can visit Stros Mackay in Daggerfall Covenant territory, an island called Kenathy's Roost that the Aldmeri Dominion set its eyes on, or the Ebonheart Pact. I don't blame you. Interprovincial intrigue is the basis of my whole profession, and even I find it tiresome after a while. Well, as I said before, threats to Tamriel have grown like weeds practically everywhere. Would you prefer to spend time among my elven kin, the Khajiit of elsewhere, or men of the north and south?
Приглашение в Моровинт. Пожалуй, туда и надо пойти, если он здесь есть. Да. Так, ну, это непонятно где.
So, have you chosen where to go? It is a bit overwhelming, isn't it? Excellent. You can visit Stros Mackay in Daggerfall Covenant territory, an island called Kenathy's Roost that the Aldmeri Dominion set its eyes on. I don't blame you. Well, as I said before, threats to Tamriel have grown like weeds practically everywhere. Would you prefer to spend time among my elven kin? According to our spies, the land of the catfolk is in sorry shape. Imperial holdouts sit upon the throne and a rage of dragons spilled out of the halls of Colossus, burning everything in their path. If it's adventure you seek, you'll find it there. Certainly. One of these gates appear to go to Western Skyrim, a mythical kingdom of Nords led by King Svargrim. The other leads to Blackwood, at the southern tip of Cyrodiil, Imperial remnants. This portal leads to Vardenfell. Fascinating, given that the Dark Elves only recently opened it to outsiders. Our spies indicate there might be something wrong with the Dunmer's God King, Vivek. Anything capable of that is a threat to everyone.
Там еще и задание есть.
It appears this one leads to Bleak Rock, a frigid Nord holding, north of Eastmarch. For this gate to choose such a remote location, something important must be taking place there.
Стрелы скала, довольно интересное место.
Stros Mackay. It's a fascinating island with rich Dwarven and Redguard history. Alas, it's been largely overrun by pirates. If the gallery elected to open a portal to the island, something extraordinary must be. That's Kenathy's Roost, a Khajiiti isle with emerging ties to the Aldmeri Dominion. Sea elves have been flexing their muscles in that part of the Topal Bay. Competing interests could lead to bloodshed. Someone like you could set things right.
We submit to your will and call forth the chains of cold.
They're performing a ritual, preparing the way for a dark anchor.
Opening rift to oblivion.
It's worse than we thought. The plane melt has begun.
The portals reach from our side to theirs. That means there is a traitor.
Perhaps it was simply arrogance. Perhaps it was all part of his grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince?
Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his.
Imagine seeing your nemesis succeed where you failed.
Let the way be opened.
I am patient.
Let the will of Bolog Bal be denied.
This world will one day be mine.
Много новичков, очень много. Где?
You're in a sorry state, friend. Head up the beach and rest. This is Kanathy's Roost, off the coast of southern Elsewhere. We were supposed to make a more tactical landing, but that hurricane took us all by surprise. At least we made it here alive.
Икс урожай использовать и шо?
It's all right. You're safe now.
gods will make you pay. Many new faces, many new clients, yes? Business will be good for you.
I've little time for talk.
Hello there.
It's a wonder anyone survived. Did you see the wreck? Yeah? Need something to wash that salt out of your throat? Am I right? I don't serve everyone for my health, Scab. I've run this bar for years, and I'm not taking any guff from some shoreside soldier. Now that we've got that straight, what can I do? And why shouldn't I be? I've lived here for more than half my life, and I couldn't give a fig what any noble-born brat has to say about it. Besides, the Longtails like my brews. Not a bad arrangement to do what you love and get paid for it, too. One of those comes in every month, seems like. These ruins aren't going anywhere. I just pack away the bar and wait for it to pass. Even if I lost everything, the Khajiit...
Магазин. Продать можно что-то? Где продать? Остальное смотрю по нулям. И, пожалуй, это повыкидываю. Что мне с этим делать? Join us, EDA KTHCZ приглашает присоединиться. 420 Friendly Social World. 420 там друзей. Так, о, предметы какие-то из сундука. Брюки забытого искателя приключений. Лук, о, посох надо. Камень, душ, отмычка, брюки. Ну, брюки вряд ли понадобятся. Или все-таки взять. А, там здоровье, а там запас сил. Пускай будет прошлый предмет. Приглашаю Моровинт. Как туда попасть? Травка. Ходящие. Остров Вандерфелл. Остров Вандерфелл.
You there, wait. This one needs to speak.
Может, я вообще не туда телепортировалась, куда мне надо тогда. А как? Я не смогу вернуться, наверное.
Watch your step, groundwalker.
Hello. I think you must have the wrong person.
А вот. Ну, вообще-то я не этого хотел. Ну что ж. Понятно. Журнал заданий. Карта это понятно. Вы помогли подданным Доминиона, выжившим после кораблекрушения. Я им еще не помогла. Не могла им помочь никак.
I'm not used to seeing so much open space. This is my first sea voyage. It's that sea elf, Mama they call them. I think he's doing it just to annoy us. If they just gag him, he couldn't cast his spells. But they need to question him, I suppose. I just hope he doesn't ruin my map. Me? I guess I am now. In Valenwood, I was a cartographer. You know, a map maker. When they recruited me for this mission, I thought all I'd be doing is serving.
Another distraction.
What do you want?
Не видно, из какого портала вышла вообще. Сюда. Странная туча какая-то прям в помещении. Я где-то отсюда вышла. Тут нет обратного входа. Ладно, потом позже посмотрю, почитаю в интернете, как туда вернуться.
Welcome to Kenathy's Roost, friend. The hurricane must have been very disorienting. So many injured, confused. Keep your voice down. Try not to draw attention.
Razumdar is here on a mission of some delicacy. You are just what the Bandari ordered. Between your...
First, a question. Where did you come from? Yes, lie with confidence. A straight face and a gleam in your eye. Well done. It is very good right now to fit in. Your sudden arrival, it does not fit in, you understand? You should not. You should trust your instincts. Leave if you wish. No one will stop you. Or, come with Raz and do what you can to help us recover. In the process, grow your... because you are no soldier, which is useful. You can speak with the locals, assure them we are not invaders or marauders. Now come.
Ну давай.
Commander Karen, the moment? These recruits survived the shipwreck without injuries. You mentioned something about the shattered shoals, yes?
I'll have a spot for you soon, my friend.
Glad you're up and about, recruit. I'm in need of a scout to head to Shattered Shoals. Most of our fleet foundered to the west, but we've had few survivors trickle in from that direction. We captured a sea viper spying on the camp. Those pirates never travel alone. Find out if they're around Shattered Shoals, and if so, what they're doing on this island. Of course, you should assist any shipwreck survivors you find. We must each do our part. Before you head to Shattered Shoals, speak with Eelsil. He just returned from exploring a nearby temple. That wizard claims to know something about everything, so he may have insight on how these sea vipers operate.
Il seal is this way.
А че этот умер вообще
Ilse,
непонятно.
this recruit wishes to speak with you.
Marvelous, isn't it? We'll have to construct a special room for the Morning Stone when we bring it back to the Mages Guild. I'm sorry, did you need something? Yes. The Temple of the Morning Springs is an old Khajiit ruin not far from here. We excavated the Morning Stone from one of the chambers. As you can see. What do you mean, pirates? In an ancient Khajiit temple? Preposterous! All we saw were the undead warriors that overran our camp. I have no idea. Actually, I have 12 ideas, but they're far less fascinating than the Morning Stone. Probably some sort of ancient curse. It usually is with these things. Arrogant sea elf pirates. To my recollection, they aren't known to raid Kanathy's Roost. Oh, and they have a thing for snakes. But I'm sure we both have more important matters to attend. If you'd excuse me?
We should speak privately. Before you depart, let's meet by the statues north of camp.
И тут меня поливает, а?
Strange winds blow lately. The air's full of salt.
There, you see? You fit in and no one will stop you from walking away. Ilsil is most impressed with his newest bubble. But the undead are a threat to all of Kanathy's Roost. If you want to, you could search the Temple of the Morning Springs, determine how to contain the dead there. Then the locals should see we came here as allies, not conquerors. Kenathi told you how the hurricane dashed the fleet into Kanathy's Roost. Now the sea vipers are picking at the bones of our ships. Strange, yes? You could scout the coast, as the commander said. Prove yourself to the soldiers. Oh, there's far less glamorous work to be done in Mistro, at the northern end of the island. Let's meet up there, after you've done what you decide to do. Until then, bright moons guide your steps.
Куда-то сюда. Да, сюда, походу. И чё, сегодня кирка есть? Надо же. Все пригодится пока. Ой. Так, я обыскать все беру.
What is it?
Have you lost your mind?
This one cannot tolerate such... Wait, how much for that?
Мясник поля сражения. Смешно. Локации. Так, погодь. Хорошо. Какое там письмо было? Вандерфелл, кажется, там был. Сейчас посмотрю. В письме. Вандерфелл. Ладно, позже. Что там там? Что, спать? Ну да.
While this temple has been disturbed by outsiders, the light of Joan and Jode still shines down upon it. That cannot be said of all places on Kanathy's Roost. Have you heard of the Temple of the Morning Springs? Ancient it is, but not visited by the people of the Roost. Avoid it they do, with superstitious dread. But someone must go there. Its waters are drying up, and the morning springs must flow. On the eastern side of the island. Go there, and your way will be revealed.
Next time, throw yourself in the fire.
Do not disturb the ritual, Cub. Our harvest depends upon it.
Ну, как скажешь. Не буду мешать.
Halt! Come no closer!
Joan and Jode, send this one your light that she might see. This one gives thanks.
Рунный камень. Тильте Саукуата Кинхавду Ай Мунтон. Наверное, нет русскоговорящей юти. THCZ. Так где она? О, кстати. Да что ж такое-то, а? Где эта кнопка Alt? Я к себе спокойно, и тут друг напал.
Closer. Stop. Stay back. Heed my words. You endanger more than your life should you approach. A fool who paid the ultimate price for ambition. But I would see none fall as I did. You must leave. The book, then perhaps you're strong enough to resist their call. If you find them and bring them to the shrine, you might finish what I could not. Please, The curse upon each tome is designed to feed souls to oblivion. But if you are able to resist their pull, you can collect the tomes and bring them to the shrine for their on the shores of Kanathy's Roost, beyond the town of Mistral. It is lit by an ever-burning flame. Should you collect all the tomes, bring them to the shrine without delay, no matter how...
У меня поменялось задание, да?
Please, a moment.
Ладно, что ты хочешь?
Please, I need your help. My master's life is... I'm part of an expedition from Eagle's Strand. While we explored the Temple of the Morning Springs, the dead began to rise. The others fled, but my master never emerged. Aurelian taught me to know when I should... 2 magical wards seal the temple, marked by emblems of a scorpion and a spider. If you can keep the undead away while I disrupt the wards, we can search for Aurelian together. I have no doubt Aurelian can protect himself. But if he's trapped inside, we need to get him out. My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the fountains never run dry, we leapt at the chance to investigate. Ilsil insisted on leading, of course. Ah, so you've met him. My master calls him Eel Kill. Something about an experiment gone wrong many years ago. The morning stone you saw came from this temple. Ilsil was barely able to remove it before. Aurelian thought it could be used to control the weather. Perhaps prevent another hurricane. Ilsil disagreed, of course. He insisted on studying it further at Eagle's Strand.
Ну вот, опять поменялись маркеры. Мне надо их менять. О, она его съела? Теперь она за мной ходит. Хатвен.
have such intricate stitching.
Так, что она еще может съесть?
Turn back. You aren't welcome here. I'm whatever I wish to be. I change bodies like high elves change clothes. They're the corpses in this... Ah, the name for my newest outfit. His flesh sags a bit, though the power in his bones reminds me of my youth. And the robes. I'd forgotten the feel of silk upon newly won flesh. Set foot in this temple and see for yourself. Such commendable posture. I could definitely wear you in the autumn. As for Rorelli, I'm tired of this. Leave or die. It matters not.
That can't be good. We need to get those wards down fast.
А за мной ходит. О, неужели зависла? А я нажимаю, зависло, да. Ох. Я зависла полностью. Ну вообще.